Sloppy talk.
Welcome back to another episode of Sloppy Talk. Joe, happy The Last of Us Day. I don't know if you knew what that is at all, but today's the Last of Us Day.
I thought it was Batman Day.
Is today Batman Day? No way. I thought Batman Day was like last month.
Yesterday.
Oh, was it yesterday?
I think it was yesterday or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
What's The Last of Us Day?
It's in the game. It's like that when they had the outbreak. So that's what today is. So Naughty Dog's releasing some stuff, something about like a board game, some statues. There was a really nice statue actually that I was gonna text you about, but it seems like it's only available in Japan, but it looks really good. I'll show it to you later after this episode. It looks phenomenal, and it's something that I would definitely want to get, but I don't know if it's Japanese exclusive or a Japan.
Is that why Gaming Heads has an Ellie statue?
Yeah, exactly. That's why. Because Naughty Dog's
The Last of Us Day. Happy The Last of Us Day.
Happy Last of Us Day, man. Hopefully COVID doesn't become the actual outbreak.
Well, we don't have any clickers, right?
Not yet, at least. Anyway, so what's going over on statue review, Joe? What's going on over there in the channel?
Nothing, Kato. Nothing is going on statue review, and I will tell you why.
Yes, tell me why.
I was about to pop on an episode of Statue Talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am on the other side of my big project at work. Happened last weekend. Super busy, crazy weekend. So I'm on the other side of that. So, getting back to normal. But in the middle of the week, my PC started having problems. And as you know, it started freezing on me, started pixelating on me. And then actually just stopped working, wouldn't boot up, started beeping at me. And then turns out I had I think part of the problem is a hard drive failure, right? So I removed the hard drive, but the PC's still freezing up on me when I tried to do I was trying to do some gaming and it's still freezing up on me. So part of that, not that I can't do an episode of a Statue Talk, but part of that hard drive failure means I lost everything.
Dang, man.
Means I lost the intro videos. I lost my thumbnail templates, my logos, my the templates for Statue Talk. I would do the green screen and put up templates. I share my browser, have pictures, and I'd have templates that would crop out everything else. So all of that's lost. All the audio is lost. Everything is lost.
Are you going to try to fix that hard drive? You don't know?
I don't even know.
If not, I can give it a try. I can try to give it a try next time I come over or something.
But I started recovering some of the files. There's some files that I'm just not going to recover. But I had, I have the logo, I have the intro videos, I have all that stuff again.
Nice.
But the logos I've cut up, I've made. I take one logo that someone made me, and then I've cut it up into various different things, right?
Yeah.
And so that has to be done again. I've got to find the audio files for the music again. And there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done again to recover. But at this point, I have to, my PC is still freezing on me whenever I try to game. So at this point, I have to reformat it. And so I'm going to have put those files on. I think I have like 100 gigabytes with Google. So I'm going to make sure I just back that stuff up again, and then I'm going to reformat it. But I cleaned it out this morning, dusted it, made sure everything was good to go. But reformat it, I lose all programs, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I won't necessarily lose the files, but I'm going to back them up just in case.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But every program I'm going to lose, except what originally came on the PC. So all the Adobe is going to have to be reloaded.
Yeah.
All the WinRAR, just how many, I don't know how many programs I'm going to have to reload.
There's a lot.
Steam,
I'm sure there's a lot. Yeah.
All the games I play, Star Wars: The Old Republic, every game I play is going to have to be reloaded. There's a lot. I look at my desktop right now. God, there's so much stuff that's going to have to be reloaded. But you know what? We'll talk a little bit later about the PC I ordered. But I ordered a new PC, and you know when I get a new PC, all that's going to have to be done anyway, right?
Yeah, so exactly. Pretty much.
I'm gonna. I don't know. I'm kind of debating on just waiting for the PC rather than reformatting now. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm kind of debating, but I'm kind of debating on what I'm gonna do now. So it's kind of I don't know. I'm kind of, my brain has been fried from the busy project, and I can't make any decisions right now on much, on much of anything. But I mean, unfortunately, I was going to get back into the channel in multiple ways, I think, but my PC did not want to cooperate with me, and it's just going to be a little bit of a process for a little bit together. I'm like, trying to remember what movies I watched.
There was one movie I watched for me.
Yeah, it was Knives Out.
Yes.
Movie by Ryan Johnson, director. Daniel Craig, Chris Evans.
The lady from Halloween movie.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, a bunch of people in it.
Yeah, and they had Zod in it too. Yeah. Pretty good.
Yes, they did. He's not very Zod-like in that movie.
Yeah, but definitely.
Whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, watch that movie. I wouldn't say it was a great movie, but it was very good and very watchable.
It was entertaining, right? I would say
entertaining and fun.
Yeah,
definitely worth a rent, worth a watch. Definitely worth the time.
I was hesitant to watch that in the beginning because I didn't watch. I think he was he the one who made The Last Jedi, or he made one of the Star Wars movies, right, or something like that.
Made The Last Jedi,
yeah. And so that's why I was like hesitant about it, because I was like, oh, that movie has a huge bad rep. I don't even think, is that The Last Jedi the one that The Last Jedi is the one that I watched. The Rise of the Skywalker is the one that I haven't watched yet. Yeah, and that one I just thought it was really, really bad. So I was like, oh man, this movie is gonna be good. But I was like, my girlfriend just wanted to give it a try, and I was like, okay, it's pretty interesting. It's not bad. Yeah, it was good to see that it was at least a watchable movie. I wouldn't watch it again, but it's actually a good watchable movie. What else have you been watching, man?
And the other movie I watched was a new movie on Netflix with Tom Holland,
Robert
Pattinson, and a lot of other people.
Yeah,
a lot of other people. Pennywise.
Yeah, Pennywise.
The Devil All the Time.
Yeah, which is super funny, because when I was going to bed and I was uploading the topics, I was like, what did I watch? And I was like, okay, well, me and Joe, we both watch The Devil All the Time, so I definitely put that up. And literally, when I was like halfway falling asleep, I woke up and I was like, oh shit, I gotta add that I put in Interstellar. So I'll talk about that later. But yeah, just like sometimes when we're watching movies throughout the past 2 weeks, it's like it doesn't click to you unless it's like a good movie or something like that. But yeah, so yeah, what did you think about that movie, man? Yeah, I watched it too.
Well, it was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It was entertaining. It was weird. It was crazy. It was violent, and it had really good acting in it. Mm-hmm. And so I liked it. I thought it was worth a watch. I thought it was really good. Maybe that seems like the type of movie I might watch again down the road. You know, I thought all the performances were good. Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Pennywise. I thought all that stuff was great. What's that guy's name? Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, his performances was actually, out of everybody, I think it was probably the one that stuck out to me the most. It was very nice, because I don't think I've seen any other Tom Holland movies besides the Spider-Man ones, because I know he did like some war video, and then he did that The Heart of the Sea with Chris Hemsworth or something like that. But it was interesting to see him just in a kind of a different environment. something that I don't know if you caught on to was that he actually, since because he's British, right? He is British.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's kind of funny because I think he was so used to doing Spider-Man. I don't know, because he has an accent in the movie, and I wasn't sure if you knew, because the fact that you think of him as Spider-Man, there are some times where the accent falls off. I don't know if you noticed that, but there are some scenes where he loses the accent, and I thought it was just funny. It's okay, you know. He's still really young, and he obviously has. Everybody has room for improvement. It was just interesting to see that. But my favorite scene was the Twinkie scene. No spoilers, but the Twinkie scene I think was the best scene in the entire movie.
Yeah,
was fun.
One funny story. I was reading a funny story about that. Bill Skarsgård. I can't say his last name right. Skarsgård. Yeah. Pennywise, he was because he has some intense scenes with a child actor in that movie, and so they were kind of prepping the kid, for what was to come. And he was saying, "Don't worry, I'm not afraid of anything except for Pennywise." And he didn't know that the guy was Pennywise. and the mom was like, "Don't tell him." And then the actor's like, "I'm totally gonna tell him," and he did. And it's just kind of a funny story. I'm not afraid of anything except for Pennywise. And he had no idea that he was talking to Pennywise. So,
dude, that's hella funny. I wonder if he did the. I was wondering if he did like the lip when he said it to him too, because he has that lip thing with Pennywise, which is like super iconic for the new one. Yeah, it's super funny because what the movie really reminded me about is Zodiac. I don't know if you've seen that movie. It gave me a Zodiac vibe, and because I had a great cast and all that stuff, and yeah, it was interesting. It's definitely. I thought it was It's probably. Yeah, it was a good movie the last good movie that I've seen. Well, I think great is The Gentleman for this year for sure. So I was glad that I definitely watched that. Yeah, definitely good movie.
Then the other thing I've been watching, my wife and I have been watching The Boys, which season 2 recently came out, which I haven't seen season 2 yet. We just finished watching season 1.
Okay,
and
nice.
Thought it was really good. I'm looking forward to watching season 2. It's a show that my wife enjoys too. That has good actors in it too.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite person?
What's that guy's name? Butcher.
The guy from Star Trek?
Yeah.
I don't know his real name.
Why can't I think of his name right now?
No clue.
Judge Dredd, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, Thor.
He was in Lord of the Rings? Yeah, I know he was in Thor because he was the gun.
Yeah, he is. Come on, man.
Do I need to look it up on my side?
You would think it would just be right here, right? You would think it would just be right here.
Are you just looking up his name?
Carl Urban.
Carl.
I not remember that. Carl Urban, yeah. I love Carl Urban. Judge Dredd, Star Trek. He's Lord of the Rings, Thor. He was in the sci-fi show on Fox that I really liked at one point that lasted like 8 episodes. But yeah. Nice. He's always one of my favorites, and I think he's good in it. And the story was good. You got some twists in there about different take on superheroes, and yeah, I like it.
Yeah, because I haven't because it's based from what I'm aware of, it's based off on a comic. I haven't read the comic too because I don't know if it's like parallel or if they like kind of like move way into a whole different direction, which is interesting. But yeah. I told you last episode that my favorite character is Frenchie. I like Frenchie. He's dope. He's the one who makes it makes the TV show for me. I think everybody else is irrelevant.
Yeah, he's fun too.
Yeah.
So Kato, what about you?
Yeah, so I've been watching The Boys as well. I've already started season 2. I think I am. I want to say I'm 2 episodes behind, maybe 1. I definitely didn't watch the episode from yesterday that just came out. But yeah, it's an interesting TV show. It's not too bad. Girlfriend really likes it a lot. Yeah, it definitely is a different take. So that's good. For me, I finally finished Batman Beyond season 3, and then I actually, like a day or two later after finishing it, I put in the Return of the Joker, the Batman Beyond movie. I don't know if you ever started the animated series yet, but I thought the Return of the Joker movie was actually really good, and it went on par with the Red Hood that I bought you to watch. But you said, from what I'm aware, you said you didn't like it or you haven't watched it yet. And then
it's been a while. I've watched it. I liked it.
Yeah, and then it goes on par with Flashpoint. Yeah, I really like Flashpoint as well. That was really good. Yeah, and then I finally finished Bill and Ted 3. Watched it. Face the Music, I think, something like that. Man, it was kind of weird, man. Honestly, it was tough because I originally I like the first two. It's not bad. It's a good comedy. I honestly was kind of afraid because it's gonna be like, I was like, oh man, Keanu Reeves. I don't even know how many years it has been since the other movies. But it's a huge gap, and you can see it in the acting. I don't know if the Bill was any other movie that I've ever seen, so I don't know if he took like a huge break or something like that. But yeah, it was. I definitely was not a huge fan of the third one. Honestly, I didn't like it. It was way too predictable, and it wasn't as fun as the first two. And I think they just I just felt like, I don't know if it was like the studio or something just wanted to finish it up as a trilogy just for a money grab. Because I honestly think it did really well, because this is one of the movies that, from what I'm aware of, that just went straight onto to the internet, to where you can just buy it. Because you remember when we were talking about where you just buy it for like $30 or rent it and all that stuff? I think that's what they did. I don't think it was.
Might have had no, I think it was in theaters, but even when a movie goes to theaters, it's not really like in theaters, right?
Yeah, because I think maybe they focused the movie, like, not trying to say spoiler wise, but maybe they cater the movie way too much to this generation, for like the new the really young kids. Because yeah, I can't go way in too much because it'll be a spoiler. But yeah, I watched that. And then I watched The Devil All the Time, like just like you did on Netflix. And then I've been on Christopher Nolan like urge, because I've been reading all these Tenet, like non-spoiler Tenet articles. So I'm like, oh,
that's why I watched Inception a couple weeks
ago. Yeah, exactly. You watched it on Netflix. Yeah, I'm actually even thinking about watching that again too, but I'm not sure yet. But I've had Interstellar in my 4K disc collection probably for, I want to say almost over a year. But I never really had an incentive to watch it because I didn't know anything about it. And you said you've seen it, right?
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
A couple of years, but yeah.
Yeah. So my girlfriend says she watched it in the movie theaters with her friend, and she fell asleep. I wasn't surprised, because movies like this she will fall asleep on. She's not into certain type of movies because she just falls asleep. But I thought it was actually pretty good. It was definitely interesting. I kind of wanted it to go into man, the movie's been out for hella long anyways.
Long ass time.
You've seen The Martian yet or no? Because I know you read the book.
Yeah, I've read the book and I've watched the movie multiple times. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So because I jumped into this movie knowing nothing at all. Just know that it had to do with space and blah, blah, blah. So my favorite scene, and the one where like made me really happy, was Matthew McConaughey finding God damn it, what's his name? What's the Martian guy's name?
Matt Damon.
Yeah. So when they found Matt Damon, I was like in awe. I was like, that is so cool, because yeah, it just reminded me of The Martian, and I really like that film as well. So I was like, oh my God, that's so amazing how they did that, and the fact that he was like the bad guy as well, man. Oh man, it was just so enjoyable, man. I really liked it a lot. The beginning I thought was really good, really good. Like, it got me hooked right in the beginning. The middle was really, really, really slow, and then it like caught up with the end, and it kind of just like pulls everything together. And yeah, that's just how Christopher Nolan does all his films. Just that's how they hook you in. Is basically the I see that book that just flew by, but yeah, that's how he does. Yeah, that's how he does his films. It's always that formula that he has. But yeah, it was definitely a good movie. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, you're kind of inspiring me to watch it again. I love sci-fi movies, space movies especially. So, definitely want to check that one out. Probably check that one out again.
And I don't know if it was like me just being emotional or something like that, but I actually shed a tear. The movie.
A single tear.
Yeah, the movie touched me, man. Yeah, the movie touched me. I don't know what it was, but yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Last time I had a good cry like that it's been a while.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's in the news, Kato? What's in the movie news?
The movie news. So it seems like I don't know if Robert Pattinson is okay, but
Pattinson.
Sorry. I'm gonna butcher his name for like probably the rest of my life. But the Batman movie resumed production, which is super great. I don't know if they're gonna delay a little bit of the release date. I think maybe they should push it back a little bit.
I don't know. I mean, how long has it been? Like 2 weeks? I mean, COVID lasts like 2 weeks if you, unless you have an extreme case, it doesn't last for very long. And if, he didn't even have any symptoms or anything, then you're in the clear. Nobody listen to me on the facts of COVID, right? I'm not a doctor nor an expert, but it seems from what I've heard and read and everything, if, you're not symptomatic, then it passes pretty quickly.
Yeah. Okay.
Good to know that. I don't know if a couple weeks will delay the whole movie, but everything's getting delayed no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're going to be talking about some movies
scheduled for 2021 anyway. So who knows, right?
Yeah, most definitely. And then next up, this was super surprising because I remember when they announced the Zynder Cut, they said there was going to be no reshoots, if I remember correctly, or maybe I read the article wrong or something. They said there was going to be no reshoots. It was just going to be the shoots that Zack Snyder already did, and then kind of rearranged them because there are some footage in the archives that were not used in the actual movie. And I thought maybe he was just going to like basically visual effects and CGI the rest of the stuff. And he didn't. It seems like they're going to be doing reshoots.
But seems like
what I read from yesterday or 2 days ago, Henry Cavill is not going to be reshooting at all. Like at all. But I heard the rest of the cast is.
Yeah, who really knows what's going on? He said he was done shooting. Maybe he already shot. He's not really saying too much about it. But yeah, there's going to be reshoots for it. And there is also an unconfirmed report that he has signed on for like 4 or 5 DC movies, right? 2 of him starring and like a bunch of guest appearances or something. It's unconfirmed. But there are rumors that he has signed on to come back as Superman for some more stuff, which is awesome. I'd love to see a Man of Steel sequel.
Yep, me too. I was actually,
and there's rumors that there was another article I saw that there's rumors that Ben Affleck is willing to come back as Batman as long as he has creative control, which is weird because I thought he had creative control of the Batman.
I thought so too.
Maybe he didn't. And, there's stuff going on in people's personal lives too. That, he wasn't ready for. Maybe he's ready for it now and he's good to go. So I mean, multiple Batmans. This is DC Universe is going for a multiverse, right? We're going to have Superman on TV, Superman in the movies, Batman on TV, Batman in the movies, multiple Batmans in the movies. It's fine. I'm cool. Yeah, I'm cool with both of them. Both of them.
It's gonna be a long roller coaster. It's gonna be a lot of ups and downs.
It sure is. Yeah. Speaking about roller coasters, Marvel is pushing back Black Widow to 2021 and delaying the MCU's future even more.
Oh man,
right? It started, right? Wonder Woman 84, and you're like, well, Black Widow's not coming out because of COVID's. I mean, it's almost October, right? And it's only a couple months till the end of the year.
Mhm.
And lockdowns, I mean, we're starting to get better, right? I mean, I only speak for myself in California. California's, been on a downward trend for a while. We need to keep it there, but as long as we keep going further, maybe next year we'll open back up. But like, I think I saw a map the other day where the middle of the country is struggling with COVID, and more rural areas are now struggling with it now too. So movie theaters are not going to open up widely anytime soon. Certainly not, but before the end of the year. So what are you going to do with Black Widow? They're just going to sit on it unless you want to lose a ton of money, right? Because even if you release it streaming, what's it going to make? A couple $100 million? You're going to lose money. So
that's why I was kind of
choice
curious
do they have?
To Mulan. I didn't read any articles saying that it did really good or did really bad yet. So I'm curious to see how Disney Plus doing with that movie at least.
Look, if it did really good, you'd be hearing about it, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I just know the movie was. I heard it's like really bad, and I have a feeling. Yeah, man.
It wasn't something I wanted to pay necessarily $20 or $30 not to own, right?
That's the thing too. I feel like what? Yeah, because I guess you can kind of like see it like when you watch a movie, right? Usually the movie tickets like $8 or $10, but releasing it on stream and then because I was thinking maybe just you can rent it for like $10 or something, but then again you got to understand like a whole family will be watching it, so they lose out on that. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that because I initially thought, I would pay $20 or $30 to watch a brand new movie at my house. But you know what? I'm probably not going to, because here's what I'm used to. I'm used to renting a movie for $5 or $6, and I'm used to buying a movie for a new movie for like $20. And then you ask me to rent, let's just say Bill and Ted. You want me to rent Bill and Ted for $30? Nope. I'm not going to rent that movie for $30. I'm not going to rent Mulan for $30. Even if like Black Widow, I'm like, $30, or I could just wait a couple months.
Yeah.
I'll probably wait a couple months. Even though I said that, in reality, it's like this isn't the price. This isn't the pricing that we're used to.
Yeah.
So if you gave me Mulan for $9.99, I probably would have done it, right? If you gave me Black Widow $9.99, I'll probably rent it for $9.99. You get higher than that, I'm like, well, I better own this then.
Yeah.
I better own it.
Most definitely. Yeah,
because that's what we're used to.
Business aspect, it's tough for them. It's tough, man. Yeah, the industry is gonna fall, and
I don't know what the solution is. I don't think they found it. They found the solution yet. So the solution is probably delay.
Yeah, and I don't think they are gonna. I think so too.
Delay, and if you want to watch movies, start wearing some freaking masks. That's it.
Mm-hmm. So what's going on with this Transformer War for Cybertron trilogy, man? I have no idea what this is.
Oh yeah, so they got this is the second in the trilogy. So it's kind of like a series. I don't really want to call it a series because it's like 6 20-minute episodes, which is basically like a 2-hour movie. But it is kind of like a series. It's like a trilogy. And so Earthrise is kind of the second season of that series, a trilogy. And so Hasbro has like events, Hasbro Pulse, whatever you want to call it. And they released the Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise trailer, which is the second in that series. I really did like the first one. Minus the voice acting a little bit, but I really like the story, the graphics, everything. There was a little bit of controversy with the voice actors. We found out because they didn't use, Peter Cullen or, Megatron voice actor or any of the other voice actors. And the reason for that was because they went non-union for their voice acting, which is like kind of like a big no-no. And it wasn't as good. And so there's some controversy around that. Like we thought, well, I think I thought like, oh, you're not going to use Peter Cullen. Okay, well, he's old. It's time to move on, find a new Optimus Prime. But no, it turns out they didn't want to use union voice actors, which is kind of weird. But anyway, I'll still watch it on Netflix. All that good stuff. So yeah, that was out. Still looked really cool. So it should be coming up. I don't know if they said a release date, but I thought the trailer looked good. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Cool. Yeah. Nice. All right. So we'll be moving on to video games. So since you have the PC going down, have you been able to play a little bit of video games at all?
Not really. And it's kind of annoying me. I mean, it's really like stressing me out, and I'm not able. I just play video games on my PS5 now, but I was playing a lot of PC games lately. I was playing Star Wars: The Old Republic, and I was starting to stream again lately. Just you stop by and we chat a little bit and just have a little bit of fun. So I was starting to stream again. I was going to pick that up again. Been playing Star Wars: The Old Republic like every single day. Right? And then 2 weeks ago is when it started freezing and crashing.
Yep.
And so, you told me to check my hard drives. I found that hard drive was the problem. I took it out. Computer boots up again. But then I tried to play a game, actually. Battletech was for sale on Steam. I've had it in my wish list for a while. It was like $9. So I was like, you know what? $9. I've been waiting for this a while. Let me just get it and let me try it out. And then, within the first mission,
crashed.
It just freezes.
Dang.
And so, I mean, the hard drive's out, but obviously there's still a problem somewhere, something. So, I mean, maybe the hard drive missing is part of the problem. It's looking for stuff that's not there. So reformat, maybe that'll work. But, I did skipped around a little bit. I did order a new PC. It's probably going to be a while before it gets here, though. At least a month. Could be more. So and Kato, you helped me build this, but the PC I ordered is going to have it's got an AMD Ryzen 9 3900, which is 12 core, right?
Yeah, 12 core.
And 64 gigabytes of DDR4 memory, which, Kato, I think that's might be too much.
No, I think that's perfect, especially since you do video editing. Yeah, that would definitely help for that.
And then got 1,000-watt power supply. It's got.
I kind of think that's a little excessive, but it can go both ways. It's fine because you might throw extra stuff in it, like more hard drives and all that stuff down the road. But
and then it's got or will have the GeForce RTX 3080, but I don't know which kind.
Yes,
I don't know which kind. I didn't get the pick. So I've been on Reddit a little bit in the iBuyPower section, and they're saying it could be MSI or it could be a Founders Edition. So here's hoping it's a Founders Edition.
Yeah.
Because they've been having a little bit of problems. But so before we get there, though, since my PC is kind of on the fritz, and I can't game, and I have to figure out if I'm going to reformat or not. I did jump back over to the PS4, and originally we were talking about. I did update Ghost of Tsushima. Originally, we were talking about updating that, but I saw actually on my Steam app that Resident Evil 7 was on
sale.
Was on sale. So like, well, I wonder if it's on sale for PlayStation 2. And so I went on PlayStation and I was like, okay, it's $20 on PlayStation. It's just not bad. And then, but then I saw Resident Evil 6. What's that?
Gold edition or regular?
Just regular.
Okay.
So was on sale for $20, so I added it to my cart. And I saw when I was looking for Resident Evil, I saw that Resident Evil 6 was like $9, and then Resident Evil 4 was like $5. So I just added all three to my cart and installed them. So I'm currently playing. I just started Resident Evil 4. And then I'll maybe play Resident Evil 6 and then Resident Evil 7. That way, I'll be ready for Resident Evil 8, Kato, when it comes out on the PlayStation 5.
And you should have gotten Resident Evil 6 on the PC for we can play it.
I already have it on the PC, but I can't play PC games right now. I already have all those games on the PC.
So you started Resident Evil 4 or no?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Because it should be the HD, the remastered version, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, so you get 60 frames per second. Yeah, nice.
It is, but the controls are kind of like, I don't know.
But it's fun, though. It's fun. I actually did not finish that one, but I played most of it. Yeah. Because I only played it when I went over to my cousin who lived in Stockton, which is an hour away. And I sat down and played with it over the weekend because when it was like, I was really young when that game came out. So came over there, played it, came home for the week, come back, played it, blah, 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 kept back and forth. So I never got down to sit down and finish it. But that's why I was like curious because they're going to remaster it. And I don't know if they're going to go back to the complete roots to it or like do what 2 and 3 did. If they're going to do 4 like that way too, even though 4 is originally already like that. So yeah, I've been thinking about doing that too, but now that you're playing it, and plus I'm kind of running out of things to play too. So that could be the thing because I was super bummed out that Resident Evil 7 was not VR on PC. So that's why I didn't record it for you. But yeah, that was the thing. Our tradition was that when we play a Resident Evil game, we stream it for each other. And what for PlayStation 4, you can't stream it, bro. Well, technically you can. But
yeah, I mean, I got to figure out the PC before I can. I mean, that's the thing. Same thing I thought it was like, I'm going to play Resident Evil 4. I need to stream it, but this PC, I got to figure it out.
Oh, Joe, just letting me down, man. Just letting me down.
I let you down like you let me down.
So what I've been playing is whenever I get invited by my friend, been playing Call of Duty Warzone. Playing with some other friends, like a group of friends. We've been playing Among Us and Fall Guys. And actually this week, even though pretty much I wouldn't say like officially retired, but I've been playing Dota 2 actually with my brother whenever he's been going on. He just asked me to play. I gotta spend some time with my brother, man. So he just asked me to play and we just kind of just play, no stress, and we just have some fun. I actually have been seeing that he's been playing Metal Gear 5, which is pretty interesting because he's a huge fan of the Metal Gear series. But yeah, that's all I've been playing.
There's a rumor that Metal Gear Solid is being remade exclusively for PlayStation 5.
No way, really?
What do you think about that?
Read about that at all? It'd be fun. Will it sell? Yes, I think it will. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I don't think it's gonna be
for $1.
I don't think it's gonna be specifically for the PlayStation 5. Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea, but how much of it? You know what I mean? Because Metal Gear 5 looked really good on the PlayStation 4, if I remember correctly, and it looks even more amazing on the PC. So I can see them being remastering it just for next gen. Should be enough as it is.
Look, the Capcom started the remake trend, right? With Resident Evil. Yeah. Why not Konami? They're certainly not going to make a new Metal Gear without Kojima. So why not just remake them?
That's what happened with Metal Gear Rising, I think. Is that the one?
Why not remake them?
Remake all of them. So you're talking about a remake, not a remaster.
Yeah, like Capcom with Resident Evil.
Oh, okay. So they're gonna remaster. Oh, okay. I thought it was just gonna be a whole remaster. Okay, yeah, I can.
Just the rumor, so who knows? Who knows? But
yeah, I honestly think that would do really well, actually. Because how long are? Oh, yeah, the Metal Gear games are actually pretty long, aren't they? A couple like 12 hours or something, maybe 15.
Yeah, but they don't need to be like the best, like best graphics and everything, right? Because you're taking something from a long ass time ago. When you go replay it, it's like, oh, these graphics are not great. And if you just upgrade them to even PS4 graphic level, that's good.
PS4 engine, yeah. I think they can do that. Unless there are other works on it already, then I think that's okay. But if they're just starting it now, oh man, we're not going to get that. Well, and it depends too. Are we just going to get one and then, or are we just getting all of them packaged together? Or yeah, that's
probably game by game, right?
Yeah, because if it's going to be game by game, then I think it's going to be a while. I don't think we're going to see that for at least until like 2023. I want to say for the first game, and then 2 years apart for each other one, because I'm pretty sure the company has to learn the new engine or something, or unless they're already super familiar with it, depending on the team that they put in. But yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. That's all I have been playing. So yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. I have been thinking about playing other games. Luigi Mansion 3 still in my thing. It's just, I don't know, it just doesn't seem as exciting. Mario 3D All Stars as well doesn't seem as exciting. So there's just nothing that burns for me to play.
Fair enough. We'll get there.
So from the last episode, we actually had the PS5 pre-order happen, and you were able to get one.
Kwong, not only did I buy one, but I bought two.
What? Oh my god! I did not know that. Wow. Why?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you why. Because certainly, we did that video where Joe's buying two PS5s, and it was not my intent, and I did not want to buy. I didn't go into the pre-order thinking I'm going to buy as many as I could, or as many as two. I just wanted to get one, right? So PS5 pre-order was a bit of a mess, and all the pre-orders were a bit of a mess, but PS5 was a bit of a mess because they did that showcase, right? And then a tweet comes out saying PS5 pre-orders as early as, I think it was the 17th, right?
Yeah.
The next day, which, I'm like, cool. I'm at work. All is good. I'll pre-order it tomorrow. I was in the middle. That was my big project week. So I was going to have a tough time pre-ordering it. Was not happy that it was happening that week. And there was no word on what time it was going to be. There was no word on the PlayStation Direct pre-orders that we had signed up for. No word on anything. Then as I'm getting home, I don't know if you messaged me or if I started seeing things, you messaged me saying, hey, and this was the 16th. Guess what? Stuff's starting to go up for pre-order. And I'm in my car driving home from work, and I just in the process of getting in the door, and like went over for pre-order the disc edition, a regular edition. I'm like, now? It's not supposed to be till tomorrow. And then retailers started turning on their pre-orders. Walmart, Target, Best Buy, GameStop, eventually Amazon just started turning on their pre-orders. And then it was madness, right? I was trying to get a pre-order in for like an hour and a half. Could not get one. Just could not get one. All the websites were having problems. A lot of people were getting pre-orders, but not me. I couldn't get in. And then finally gave up probably around 7:30ish. I was like, I'm done. I gave up. No email from PlayStation saying, hey, here's your pre-order link, like they said might happen, or which I signed up for. Figured I would get one as much money as I've spent on PlayStation, right? Many games as I've bought. And then, I thought, was really disappointed, was really kind of ticked off, right? Because they jumped the gun. Like 2 days before, the head of Sony was like, we're going to give you lots of time to plenty of advance notice, lots of time. Pre-orders are going to go good. And then that didn't happen. And then so I was kind of ticked off. I couldn't sleep. Not like it's the end of the world. Oh my gosh, I didn't get to order my video game console. But it was the end of a long day. Kind of just disappointing, right? Was not going to pay any scalpers for one. But then, I couldn't sleep, so I was on my phone. Saw on Twitter, hey, Best Buy seems to be working. Went downstairs like 12:30 in the morning, you know, put one in my car, refreshed. No, confirmed. I finally got one.
Yeah.
Not the version that I wanted. I got the regular edition with the disc. Wasn't the version that I wanted, but look, I got it in my car, order confirmation. Okay, now I can go to bed. Well, a couple of days later, the PlayStation Direct. Actually, the very next day, I got an email from PlayStation saying, "Hey, you're going to be able to pre-order a PlayStation 5 tomorrow, 10 a.m. from the PlayStation Store. This is, make sure you get in there, and it's while supplies last." So I'm like, while supplies last means I'm going to have a stinking problem if I were to try it. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a nightmare. I'm going to be at work. I'm not going to be able to get one anyway, right? So, but I already had one. So I'm like, okay, well, I already have one, so I'm not going to worry about that anyway. So I was at work on Friday, had a moment to relax. It's like 12:30 in the afternoon. My pre-order window went up at 10. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to see what would happen. Let me see what's going on just so I could see, curious if it would work or not. So I go in, click my link, PlayStation Store. There's my digital edition. Add the cart. Oh, add the cart. Check out. Confirmed. I have a digital edition now. This is 2.5 hours after my pre-order window, and it was really smooth. It was smooth as butter. I had no issues with the website, no issue adding to my cart, no issue checking out. I figured they'd be gone already again, but no. PlayStation sent me an email, gave me a window, and I ordered one easily from PlayStation. So that's how I ended up with 2 pre-orders. And the reason why I didn't want to order 2 is because I don't want to be one of those stingy guys, because that's something someone else can have, right? A lot of people didn't get pre-orders, so I don't need 2. But now I have to keep my 2 because I'm worried that one, I'm not so much worried that my pre-order is not going to come from PlayStation. I worry that my pre-order is not going to come from Best Buy. People have been getting cancellations from various retailers and and Best Buy on my Ghost of Tsushima Collector's Edition. I pre-ordered that. I didn't get it.
They gave you
right. So I'm only holding 2 pre-orders because I'm worried that I'm not going to get one of them. I don't want 2 consoles. I want the digital edition. I will probably get both consoles, but then I'll probably sell one of them.
Worst case, I'll grab this one because I actually didn't get any at all, which was super funny because when you texted me at like midnight, I was like playing a game, I think like Warzone or something, and I was like, what the hell is this guy doing up at 12 a.m. in the morning? And you sent me the scritshot of the digital. I'm like, this mother, you got one. Like, I was like, what? I didn't get a notification or anything. Yeah, it was a mess because I think I had a really huge chance of getting one from Walmart because that's when I texted you. But I was like, oh, I didn't think it was going to be a huge disaster. I was like, oh, I kind of wanted it to wait for it to be on Amazon if I can get 5% back on it. But yeah, then it was just like everywhere. My cousin was texting me, like, oh yeah, it's on Walmart. You can get it now. I'm like, I put it in my cart. I'm like, do I want to check out? Nah, I'll just leave it. And then, because I didn't think it was just going to be that, I didn't think it was going to be that bad. And then he said, oh yeah, they're sold out. And I was like, oh. And he's like, oh, but I got one from Target. I was like, what the hell? So everybody's throwing up their pre-orders. And then I checked like instock.com or something like that, where they're pretty good on, pretty reputable. And then they're like, oh, Amazon hasn't came up yet. I was like, okay, Amazon's actually pretty good. They'll let me know. And then apparently Amazon
I don't ever pre-order anything on Amazon anymore because I don't know what their deal is, but
yeah, it was crazy, man. I was like, oh, damn it, that sucks. Yeah, they did it like early in the morning, and I was like knocked out, and I was like, oh well, I didn't really think about it because then I'm not super excited to get the console at launch, so that's why I wasn't like, oh, I gotta be online at this certain time. I was like, whatever. But I was super glad that you got it because I know you really, 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 really wanted one. So I was glad that you.
Yeah, and like I have 2 on order, but I will sell the disc one to you if I don't want it, and I only mark it up by like $500 or something. So you can buy one for $1,000, right? I wouldn't do that, but I don't like the scalpers. I'm very anti anti-scalper, taking advantage of people. But there's a theory on, even though PlayStation said they weren't going to do it like that, there's a theory on why they did that. And that was because it made sure that bots weren't ready for it. That the scalpers and the bots, they weren't ready for it. So, yeah, the pre-order was hectic and was crazy, but it was from actual people getting PlayStations. It wasn't from the bots, right? Is why
that's smart.
Probably turned it on, or could have just been a lack of communication on PlayStation's part, but definitely was more difficult for the bots, because this week we had the Xbox Series X pre-order. Xbox was throwing shade on PlayStation after their pre-order, and they said, "Don't worry, ours will be better. We'll give you a specific time." Well, you know what happened to Xbox? Everybody had their goddamn bots on buying all the consoles.
Yeah,
and
so
it was even worse than the PlayStation pre-order, because scalpers got the Xboxes just like and whereas PlayStation, regular people got pre-order. So I didn't even attempt to purchase an Xbox because
I didn't even.
Why?
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know it was going to be that bad. Yeah, I was kind of curious to see, because you texted me the day before, just saying, should you get an Xbox? I was like, if you're thinking about getting it, maybe, because I was thinking it was going to get sold out too, but I didn't think it was going to get sold out that quick. Yeah. I thought I would be able to purchase one right now if I wanted to, but wow, that's quite impressive, actually. Yeah, I remember reading. I've been reading that I don't know if it was the bots or something like that, but you know how the naming for the Xbox One X and the Xbox Series X is similar. So I'm curious if the bots kind of bought
their sales
too.
I don't know if it was the bots.
Yeah, did you
Xbox One Series X sales shot up like 700%.
Yeah. So I read that on Amazon. I was like, whoa, what the hell? Are like just people just so quick that they wanted to buy it, and they're just like, oh, this is it, bought it, done.
Oops.
And then they just didn't know. Yeah, that would have been super funny if that's what ended up happening. But yeah, it is, honestly, it is pretty confusing because it's pretty similar. Xbox One X, Xbox Series X. It's
very confusing.
Be very easily confusing for sure. Yeah.
So there were some more pre-orders because NVIDIA wanted to throw their weight around during the PS5 Xbox pre-orders, and they did. They came out pre-orders for their new 30 series graphics cards. They had the 3080 1 week and the 3090 the following week. I didn't attempt to pre-order because there's I wasn't going to upgrade my PC at this time because I would need an additional power supply. This was before I knew my PC was acting up, so I was kind of kicking around.
Yeah.
I might need a new PC anyway, but to put a 3080 in my PC, I need to upgrade the power supply and other things. And then 3090, you need a whole new PC for that monster anyway. And 3080 is for 4K, 3090 is for 8K, which nobody has or needs that right now. That's not even a reasonable thought right now. But their pre-orders were just as bad. Yeah. They announced their pre-orders, and then all the bots, right? Scalpers, eBay, all that stuff is on there very, very fast. So, we had a bunch of pre-orders and none of them went smoothly. Even though I have a system on pre-order, I have to wait until this company gets more 3080s in.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway. But, I think both and all of these things, like I think an article like more PS5s are up for pre-order today, and there's going to be a continual supply. I think there's going to be plenty for everybody around, what they want. It's just everybody freaks out because, they had all these articles about, not going to make that many PS5s and COVID and all this stuff. And then everybody's just, I think scalpers are trying to take advantage of that, and bots, and people with their bots are trying to take advantage of that. But I think everybody's going to be fine, and the scalpers will probably be sorry.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, that's super crazy, man. And then also talking about consoles, Xbox purchased Bethesda
for an insane amount of money, Kato. Yeah, $7 billion. So to give you some perspective, I don't know if you saw this on Linus last night, but they were talking about, I think Disney bought Marvel for $4 billion, bought Lucasfilm for $4 billion, and then Xbox buys Bethesda for over $7 billion. Like,
damn, that's insane.
Well, look, we've been talking about like why I didn't pre-order an Xbox Series X. Because why should I buy an Xbox Series X? What games am I going to play?
Nothing.
Halo's not coming out for a long ass time, and I'm going to be able to pay that on my PC. And the PC I have, though it's faulting right now, has better graphics than the Xbox Series X anyway. And if I need to upgrade my PC, I'm just upgrade my PC and not get an Xbox Series X.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this was a good move on Xbox because they need more games, right?
Yeah. What can you let me know what Bethesda is? All I heard is like Elder Skyrim or something like that, and it's pretty
Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Doom, Wolfenstein, a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So it's pretty exciting then.
So we don't know. I mean, buying all those studios, they may have maybe the next Elder Scrolls is exclusive. I don't know. But
okay, cool, nice.
But it's still not going to make me buy a Xbox when I can play it on PC.
Exactly. So talking about because we had that PS5 showcase before the pre-orders and all that stuff. Was there anything you look forward to playing? For me, it's probably just going to be, honestly, I was watching somebody play, I texted you about it too. Somebody play Spider-Man PlayStation 4, and they're announcing that entire game is going to be remastered for PlayStation 5, which I think it's going to be pretty cool because the suits look incredible and amazing. We'll definitely most likely play that since it's going to be packaged with Miles Morales anyways. It's kind of a bummer that the news is that you have to buy the game over again, which is kind of sucks in a way because I already have
you buy an upgraded edition of Miles Morales and you get it. So you're getting, because it comes with Miles Morales, right? You have to buy a certain edition of Miles Morales and you get Spider-Man too. So you're buying Miles Morales. You have to pay a little bit more for Miles Morales, but they give you an upgraded version of Spider-Man.
Yes, but it just kind of sucks that because the rumor has it is that Miles Morales game isn't going to be that huge.
Right.
It's just going to probably like 4 hours of play or something like that. So the game is like $50. And the thing is that we already bought PlayStation 4 Spider-Man for $100.
I don't mind because look, we're going to get Mass Effect Trilogy remastered. Am I going to complain that I got to buy the games again?
Well, it depends on how much it is. Because what happened if you have to buy all the... Am I going to
complain that I had to buy those games again? No. Did I complain that I had to buy the Arkham games again?
I guess not. I don't know.
It's only because we're close to the generation switch, right? And if I buy Cyberpunk on PlayStation 4, I should get it for PlayStation 5. But if I buy Grand Theft Auto for PlayStation 4, I should have to buy it again if they upgrade it for PlayStation 5, right? If it's an upgraded version for the next generation, I think it's fine that you have to buy it again. I think it's just because we're so close to it, right? That's all.
Yeah, it just would have been nice to have a little bit of a discount or something. I don't know, like, because then again, because I don't know how big the game is for Miles Morales, but a rumor has it that's going to be really small. Because I would have been fine with maybe like $30 or something like that, but it's going to be like $50, $60 or something. I don't know. But then again, like you said, you're getting scared of Spider-Man. Unfortunately, you haven't finished it yet, but maybe it'll give you an incentive to play it again.
Yeah, I wasn't very excited about Miles Morales, but now that I know Spider-Man Upgraded is going to be hooked up with it, now I'm excited for it because I do still need to beat that game.
Yeah, exactly.
And it'll be awesome on PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I think it's with the new SSD and all that stuff. I think it's going to be pretty incredible. So that's something that I was looking forward to. And then I haven't yet seen the teaser that they put for this new game that I was going to announce, but Ragnarok, God of War Ragnarok.
It just says it's a logo. Ragnarok coming soon.
But yeah,
that's it.
I told you a couple. I don't know if we said it on Sloppy Talk at all, but I thought the gameplay is probably the best gameplay I've ever played in the history of any game that I've ever played. But for me, it was just a story that lacked. A lot of people disagree with me, which is totally fine. It's just my opinion. But are you excited for that game as well, or?
Yeah, and God of War is another game that I played like 80% of, and then I didn't finish.
Wait, what? What? I swear, I thought you sent me a photo of you finishing the game. No. Oh, okay. So I'm curious if they're going to do the same things with Spider-Man and remaster it. Oh, well, no, that's they're not going to do that because they're having it bundled with their PlayStation Plus thingy. Did you hear about that or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So they have like Uncharted, The Last of Us 1, all bundled in there. And oh yeah. Wait, did you just say you bought Resident Evil 7 earlier for PlayStation 4? For $20? Because that comes in for PlayStation 5 for free. Why didn't you just wait? Or did you not know that?
Of it.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't. I thought it was on PlayStation. It's on PlayStation Now, which is their game streaming service.
Yeah, they didn't really give that much of an information on it. That's true. But I think it would be nice if they give us like a digital download of it. Yeah. Instead of having it emulated. Yeah, because a lot of people are not a huge fan of the emulation thing. That we deleted the topic, but Nintendo suing Nintendo was pretty funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 8, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Resident Evil 8. Yeah. It's not an exclusive though, but yeah, that's something that I'm curious to see. I really hope they do that in VR because that's the reason why I haven't played 7 yet. Is because I wanted the VR experience, and I've just been told that it was supposed to be amazing and it's more immersive. So that's something we have to wait up on. Because from what I'm aware of, that's not going into PlayStation 4 or Xbox One X. But from what I'm aware of, because that game, from what I'm aware of, is solely just next gen, which is going to be PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so some more games I'm looking forward to, and these aren't necessarily next gen games, but the Mass Effect it's still Mass Effect trilogy.
Yeah, that's been in limbo for
remastered
so long.
Look, they have not announced it yet, so it's only in limbo because of rumors. It has not been announced yet. The rumor is that it's called Legendary Edition, and originally they were slating it for. The rumor was that it was slated for October, but now that it's been pushed back to 2021 because the original Mass Effect is not quite where they want it to be. Because Mass Effect 1 is definitely the lesser game than 2 and 3. Graphics, gameplay, all that wise, and they weren't happy. The rumor is they're not happy. Like Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3, they're extremely happy with, but Mass Effect 1 doesn't live up to those two. Yeah. So you play Mass Effect 1 first and it's not that good. You may not even see Mass Effect 2 or 3 if you don't go to those games. So that's what happens. They're pushing it back to make it better. That's fine by me because I don't have time to play that trilogy right now anyway.
Yeah, which is good. I was talking to my friend Solo about it. I think it was last week, and then he's like, "Yeah," he said he was like a huge fan of it. I was like, "Dude, you got to meet my friend Joe. He loves that series, man." And then he didn't know that this remaster was going to. But then again, so is it officially that it's going to be made, or is it like?
There's nothing official.
Okay.
But there are so many rumors that it's almost official.
Yeah, because that's why. Because I know it's one of your favorite gaming franchise, and that's why I wanted to play it. And I remember playing one like I don't know, like 5 years ago, and I told you I'm like, Joe, how can you play this game? Because one was just so the controls was just so wonky and all that stuff. And you told me, oh, you gotta mod it. You gotta mod the crap out of it. I'm like, that's just too much work. I just wanted to play a game just to play the game.
Yeah. Honestly, when I first played it, I didn't like it. Mm-hmm. And it took me a year or two. Even I didn't really play it until Mass Effect 2 came out on the PlayStation. And because it was Xbox first, you couldn't even play it on PlayStation. It was Xbox first, and then when Mass Effect 2 was like one game of the year and all this stuff, and it finally came to PlayStation, I was like, well, I tried it on Xbox. I didn't really get into it, but let me try it again, and then it became one of my favorite series of all time. So definitely looking forward to playing through that again, especially remastered or remade or whatever it is. I
want to dive into that. I really want to know what all this talk is for you, because you still have the Shepherd statue, right?
Oh yeah, yep.
And then you have the girl one too, right? If I'm correct, you have 3, don't you?
No, I sold those a while ago. I actually made pretty good profit on those Gaming Heads Mass Effect statues. Yeah, like the Garrus one I had sold for like $2,000 or something.
What? Didn't you get them for like $500 or something like that? Wow, yep. That's incredible. Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, nice.
So a couple of other games I'm looking forward to. I think October 1st or 4th or something like that. Star Wars Squadrons comes out. That's kind of like
VR. It's in VR.
Yeah, but my PC's down for the count.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to play it on console, unfortunately, because I really wanted to play it on PC. Because look, I've got my
everything. Yeah.
My joystick set up. I've got my thruster over here. I'm ready to roll.
Is there such thing as a joystick for a console or no? There probably is.
Actually, I think I can plug these into the console too. But
yeah, awesome.
It's kind of like when I play console, I sit on my couch.
Yeah, that's true. You can put it like between your, and.
I guess so. But anyway, looking forward to that. And then I'm also looking forward to Baldur's Gate 3, which is strictly a PC game.
Okay, is that the game that's kind of like you can play co-op wise, or is that a different game I'm talking about? What's that game then? Because I think I'm talking
Baldur's Gate 3 is obviously the sequel to Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2, which were to Dungeons and Dragons, Forgotten Realms, old school role-playing game. This one's like super upgraded and like has crazy game systems and just awesome. So I'm looking forward to that too. I played a lot of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Those are games I had the collector's editions of and played Icewind Dale and stuff you don't know nothing about, Kato.
Well, I thought Baldur's Gate was a game when I was really young on like the PlayStation 2. It's kind of like a game where it was like Diablo 3, but you were able to play, Diablo 2, but you were able to play co-op. I thought that's what Baldur's Gate was, but maybe it's something different.
Yeah, this is old school PC RPGs.
Okay, never mind then. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. My cousin probably knows what the game is about because I thought that's what he was saying. But okay, that's cool. Anything else?
Speaks to the PC gamer in me.
Yeah, because I'm thinking because I might jump in onto this cyberpunk hype, that you've been on, because I saw that huge box of like merchandise that you bought last time I was there. That's coming.
Yeah, and even like I told you, when I initially wasn't getting a PlayStation 5, I'm like, doesn't really matter anyway, because I'm going to be playing Cyberpunk on PC in November. So yeah, I'm not going to be playing Miles Morales.
Yeah,
I'm going to be playing Cyberpunk. Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking about, maybe jumping onto that too, because it looks interesting. I'm kind of curious to see how it is. I will most likely have to finish it because I have a feeling that game's going to be huge. But when I start something and it's at least okay, I usually have to follow through and finish that up.
And it's good because there's nothing else, right? I mean, I was worried because some other stuff. Game was starting to come around. Some other stuff. Mass Effect Trilogy might have came out, kind of. But no, it's. I mean, Call of Duty's out, but that's like if you play the campaign, it's like a 4 or 5 hour campaign and
really short
stuff. But it's really just Cyberpunk and gonna Cyberpunk it up. Like you said, I got a big box full. I got like a Cyberpunk hat,
shirt,
Cyberpunk jacket, Cyberpunk, like 3 Cyberpunk t-shirts. I'm gonna be ready to go. We're gonna stream that. We're gonna stream that, and yeah.
Yeah, the game's on sale. I saw the game on sale for like $50 or something like that. I'm like, oh,
pretty good. And bro, if I'm running it on a 3080,
with that ray tracing, that means you gotta need a new monitor, dude. You're gonna need a new monitor.
I've got a good monitor. It just doesn't have HDR.
You gotta play it in HDR. You need those deep blacks.
Okay,
colors.
Buying a PC, I ain't buying a new monitor anytime soon.
You were thinking about it, though. You were thinking about it.
No, well, I was thinking about it for the consoles, right? I wasn't thinking my PC was going to break down and screw my plans over. 'Cause I was thinking either a new TV and not like a high-end TV, but like just a decent TV or a monitor for the PS5 or for the PS5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something I was thinking maybe a small 32-inch QLED Samsung TV. But I mean, there's no monitors that take advantage of PlayStation 5, the Series X, or even the 3080. Right? Exactly. There's no monitors, no HDMI 2.1. There's nothing yet. But anyway, I was thinking about because I'm going to move my TV kind of over here, and I'm going to put the Bestas upstairs. And I was thinking about bringing the entertainment center down here and just having a TV here for the console, and not like an expensive TV, but like a smaller, kind of, because you can get a 4K small TV for like a couple $100 now, even like a 50-inch for a couple $100 now. So, but now my PC taking the shit is kind of ruined my plans.
Yep.
But anyway.
Well, that seems like that's the end of the episode, Joe. Thanks for getting sloppy.
That is the end. Thanks for getting sloppy.
Sloppy.